Hey, welcome back to Clutch City Chatter. I'm Jeff. All right, well, we're only about 5 hours away from the trade deadline in MLB. And the Astros have made several moves, and I'm, for one, am pretty excited about it. The Astros' first major trade yesterday afternoon involved the Orioles outfielder first baseman Trey Mancini. In a previous video, I mentioned that I thought the Astros might be looking at Trey Mancini because he's a veteran that's well-liked, gets along with teammates very well. So with Trey Mancini, you're getting a player that is going to blend in beautifully with this clubhouse. I know many people are disappointed the Astros didn't get Josh Bell, and it seems that Josh Bell was just traded along with Juan Soto to the San Diego Padres. Josh Bell has had a great year, but he is not as consistent as Trey Mancini. Maybe he's a little more spectacular than Trey Mancini. I think the Astros right now are looking for consistency to add to the mix. Mancini has played all of his home games at Camden Yards in Baltimore, which is a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Numbers show that if he was playing his home games at Minute Maid Park, he'd have about twice as many homers. I believe he has 10 home runs right now, and the numbers show that he would actually have 20 or 21 if he was playing his home games. If he was playing his home games at Minute Maid Park. I know Mancini's coming to a situation where he's now involved in a pennant race. Has World Series aspirations, and that's got to be extremely exciting for a guy that's played for a pretty bad Baltimore Oriole team his whole career. So I think that he will come in here very happy, very willing to do whatever's needed of him, play whatever position is asked of him. And like I said, I feel like the Astros will utilize him most likely in the corner outfield positions, and then some at first base. The second move the Astros made was getting Christian Vasquez from the Boston Red Sox. Christian's a catcher who's definitely a starting quality catcher. He has started for the Boston Red Sox the last several years. He's quite productive. He's much more productive offensively than Martin Maldonado. Maldonado does have more power. He's hit more home runs, a couple more home runs than Vasquez this year, but Maldonado also is more of a swing and miss player compared to Vasquez, who's hitting 288. So pretty good batting average for a catcher. Maldi's under 200 still. My thoughts are that they will probably split playing time, probably almost 50-50, with Maldonado almost assuredly catching Framber Valdez and most likely Justin Verlander. And Vasquez, I imagine, catching two of the remaining three pitchers. And I wouldn't be surprised if Maldonado catches the fifth pitcher. And the third trade that was made last night for the Astros was trading Jake Odorizzi, starting pitcher, to the Braves for Will Smith, relief pitcher. Not the actor, not the Dodgers catcher Will Smith, but relief pitcher Will Smith. Will Smith's been pretty productive and pretty successful in his career. I remember against the Astros in the World Series last year, he came in and shut the door a few times in late innings. The Astros needed a left-handed reliever, and it was nice that they did not have to give up any building pieces of the team. They were able to get Will Myers just for Jake Odorizzi, who the Astros, I think, really have been kind of ready to get rid of. He didn't seem to mesh as well as they had hoped with the team. He seemed to be a little standoffish. I think that maybe he never felt completely comfortable here with the Astros for some reason. He wouldn't be the first. I know Zach Greinke never seemed to be completely comfortable. So it was probably time for Jake to get traded. And I feel like thankfully he had a wonderful outing a couple days ago for the Astros. He pitched great, and I'm sure that increased his value and made some other teams take a look at him. So the Astros couldn't have hoped for a better situation as far as how Jake Odorizzi pitched the other day. And so it was time for Jake to go to another team, and the Astros were able to fill a need in getting a left-handed reliever, a successful left-handed reliever. I personally was hoping for Joe Mantiply. I think Joe's had a better year this year than Will Smith has, but I think that Will Smith will be more than adequate. He'll fill the need and take care of business for the Astros. It signals that Lance McCullers Jr. is right on the verge of returning to the team. And apparently they will be looking at him to be a starter again. There was speculation that he might pitch out of the bullpen this year. But I think that with the trade of Odorizzi, that means that they're hoping that Lance will step in and be a starter. And I'm sure when Lance gets back to the team, there will be some definite rust. He hasn't pitched in, about a year. And so he needs time to adjust again to major league hitting. And I believe that if they bring him in a week, 2 at the most, that gives him plenty of time to basically have his spring training before the playoffs start. And I think then that he should be fresh and in a groove and should be pitching great for the Astros. And I think that would be one heck of a 1-2-3, having Justin Verlander 1, Framber Valdez 2, and Lance McCullers 3. And then if you need your fourth starter, most likely it would be Luis Garcia, because they really do always seem to like Christian Javier out of the bullpen. So that's great 1, 2, 3, 4 for the playoffs. The Yankees have improved at the trade deadline, and we are now 3 games behind them. Of course, there's still plenty of season left to make up 3 games, but the Astros have got their work cut out for them, and catch them or not, most likely we will be playing them in the ALCS. It would be nice to have the home field advantage for the Astros, but they've proven time and again that they can win in New York when needed. So the Astros general manager, James Click, says that the team is not done making moves. They have about 5 hours to do more, and they still have some bargaining chips in the minor leagues that they haven't traded away. So I do expect them to make another move or 2. I have a feeling it won't be a major big splash move, but you never know. The Astros are full of surprises. So until next time, which should be pretty soon, thanks for listening. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will keep you posted on more moves. Thanks.